Listen, guys, I believe in Lamar Jackson without a shadow of a doubt. Real quick, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I believe Lamar Jackson has a high ceiling. Now, some people might say, "Oh, who do you think's better, Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson?" At the moment, I would say Patrick Mahomes. However, Lamar Jackson has a higher ceiling, like without a shadow of a doubt. Contrary to what a lot of people think, Lamar Jackson can make a lot of those passes Patrick Mahomes can. Not all of them. Some of those passes I've never seen anybody pull off, but a lot of those passes Patrick pulls off, Lamar can make those passes. But what Lamar does with his legs when he has to bail himself out when the offensive line gets dominated, that's not something Patrick could just be taught. And the Super Bowl proved that, because the Super Bowl, that was really the first time where you seen Lamar out here with when you seen Patrick out here with a compromised offensive line, and he really didn't know what to do. He just kind of just scrambled around. And guess what? Lamar ends up in situations like that all the time. Like in that Super Bowl game, had that been Lamar instead of Patrick, I still think he would have been under a lot of pressure, but I think Lamar would have rushed for a lot more forward yards, where instead of losing yards, which is what he did. They said a lot of people were trying to give him credit and say, "Oh, Patrick rushed for 497 yards," and I'm like, well, I mean, those weren't those weren't yards that he ran forward. Those are mostly yards he was running backwards and sideways, and he was running figure eights, like he was scrambling for his life. Those weren't yards he was running towards the end zone. And if that was Lamar, I actually do think he would have made a lot better use of those rushing opportunities. But I do think Lamar has a high ceiling. I think Lamar's ceiling is a Super Bowl, at least one Super Bowl win. I think he could get probably 2 or 3. I really do. I think he's really that dominant of a player. I think he's that much of a winner to where 2 to 3 Super Bowls is definitely possible. Contrary to what all the people that don't like him say, it's definitely possible. I want to see it. I would love to. I want to see it. Like just the idea, because as soon as he wins that Super Bowl, I'm just gonna walk around all day with like a boombox, and I'm just gonna have the Bluetooth speaker on, and I'm just gonna be blasting the clip from when Lamar first got drafted. After every team, including the Ravens, overlooked him, he was like, "Yo, y'all gonna get a Super Bowl out of me." It is what it is. I'm a Raven. I'm gonna play that a million. Even when we won Super Bowls, we didn't get this much attention, man. Like, this one player has turned us into like a prime time type of team. Like, we're getting prime time games now. Like, I don't even remember this many Ravens games being on prime time, unless it was like Ravens versus Pittsburgh. Outside of that, I can't remember a whole lot of Ravens games being in prime time slots. And the NFL knows what Lamar's prime time. They know it. That's why we play the Chiefs every year now. Like, before Lamar and Patrick came in, I don't remember the Ravens and the Chiefs playing each other this often, like this consistently. Like, now they're pretty much playing every year now, because everybody wants to see it. They want to see Lamar versus Patrick. And I think this coming season, this will be the year Lamar gets his first win against the Chiefs. I absolutely think it's happening. I think it's happening. And that's going to be my next video, actually, is what I think the Ravens' record is going to be in this upcoming season. I think Lamar is going to break all kinds of records. With all due respect to Michael Vick, but I do think Lamar is going to break Michael Vick's record as far as rushing yards from a quarterback. I mean, he's already like halfway there. Like, Lamar, it's only been like 3 seasons, and Lamar's already ranked like number 12 all time on rushing yards by a quarterback. He's already like number 12, and if he has another 1,000-yard season next year, he'll jump from like 12 to like 7. So again, if Lamar, as long as Lamar stays healthy, absolutely believe, and he's shown he can stay healthy. He's a pretty durable player. He's a very durable player, actually. Like, Lamar's gonna smash Michael Vick's record. With all due respect to Michael Vick, I'm sure Michael Vick doesn't care, because I respect Michael Vick, because Michael Vick has fully embraced Lamar, and he just seems like he genuinely just wants to see this guy win, because he really sees himself in Lamar. But he even admits that Lamar's actually like an elevated version of himself. Like Lamar's better than Michael Vick, man. Like he's faster. Like he's a more accurate passer already. Like he really is like a 2.0 version of Michael Vick. So as long as Lamar keeps his head focused on the game, stays out of trouble, and stays healthy, I think there's a really high ceiling for what this guy's gonna be, man. He's already accomplished so much, man. He's already done so much. He's broken records for one thing after another thing. It feels like almost every game there's some sort of record Lamar Jackson's breaking, man. And I'm glad I'm starting this channel, man, because I really do want to start getting these thoughts out, man, because I've spent like hours and hours just talking to myself in my own head, just about all this same stuff that I'm talking to you now about, really. Because I do believe, but yeah, I do absolutely believe.
I put emphasis.
Yeah, but I do absolutely believe Lamar Jackson has a high ceiling. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Lamar Jackson's already peaked? Do you guys think he can reach a Super Bowl? Do you guys think he'll get to an AFC Championship game? What do you see the ceiling for Lamar Jackson to be? Let me know in the comment section, and make sure you guys like and subscribe.